The red flip-flops. Looking back, it happened when I was 9. Our family hadn't moved to the city yet, we still lived in the countryside near a small town in Ohio. Behind our neighborhood was an old mill pond. Women sometimes washed clothes by its banks, and folks let their ducks swim there. For us kids, that pond was paradise. We'd skate on it in winter and swim in summer. This story begins on a sticky afternoon in July. My friends Jake, Mike, and I were splashing in the pond when I spotted something odd near the shore. On a flat rock sat a pair of bright red flip-flops. We looked around. No one else was there. "Whose are these?" Mike asked, paddling closer. The flip-flops were women's, too big for any of us. They looked almost new, the plastic straps gleaming in the sun. "Let's take 'em." Jake grinned. He was always the boldest. "What for?" I said. "They're not ours." "Yeah," Mike agreed. "Someone's probably comin' back for 'em." Jake scowled. "Then let's hide 'em. When they come lookin', they won't find squat." Since Jake usually called the shots, he waded ashore, snatched the flip-flops, and stuffed them deep into a patch of cattails near the water's edge. Then he dove back in, laughing. But as we played, a chill crept over me. The water felt suddenly colder. Shadows lengthened across the pond, though the sun still blazed. Worse, I kept feeling like something was watching me from below. Something with eyes in the murk. "I'm getting out," I mumbled, scrambling onto the bank. "Me too," Mike followed, shivering. "Feels wrong down there." "Chickens!" Jake jeered, staying put. But minutes later, even he climbed out, pale and quiet. That night, I dreamed. I stood by the pond under a moon like a bone. Reeds rustled behind me. A woman in a faded blue dress knelt in the cattails, searching frantically. Her feet were bare and muddy. As she turned, moonlight fell on her face. Her eyes were empty sockets. I stumbled backward. Splash! I plunged into the pond. Deep below, that same woman floated, her skin white as wax. Her hollow gaze locked onto mine as she drifted closer. I woke up screaming. The next day, only Mike met me after school. "Jake's sick," he whispered. "Fever." And Ben. I had a nightmare last night. About the pond. And a woman with no eyes. My blood turned icy. Me too. We rushed to Jake's farmhouse. He lay in bed, sweat beading his forehead. "Did you dream about her?" he croaked. "The lady in the water? She's looking for those flip-flops." We knew what we had to do. The three of us raced back to the pond and froze. Police cars lined the shore. Neighbors clustered near the water, murmuring. Sheriff Hayes waded waist-deep, pulling something heavy toward the bank. A woman's body. Her skin was blue-white. Waterweed clung to her hair. And on her back, a heavy pesticide sprayer tank, full of pond water. But it was her face that stopped my heart. The woman from my dream. Old Man Henderson pushed through the crowd, his voice breaking. "That's my niece, Lucy. She was spraying my orchard yesterday. Must have slipped refilling her tank." The sheriff nodded grimly. Tank filled with water, anchored her down. Poor soul never had a chance. As the crowd dispersed, Jake crept to the cattails. He pulled out the red flip-flops, their plastic straps slick with algae. Silently, he placed them back on the flat rock. We never touched them again. Next morning, the flip-flops were gone. No one knew if the sheriff took them or an animal dragged them off, or, well. Sometimes at dusk, folks say they see a woman walking the pond's edge, barefoot, searching. But me? I know the truth. She found what she was looking for.